Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 50 of Hypovolemia, a Modpack by Caithleen. So I went away because this thing is noisy. And by the way, the last episode, everything, things are going well, and this is fun because I'm unlocking a lot of things and I feel like we're doing some great progression, but I'm still being realistic and not sure this is a finishable mod pack. I still haven't pinched out this old Avaricia thing. Oh my god, Avaricia is so painful. Anyway, we got 2 more quest line done, and to be honest, so I switched here. The reason I was here is I wanted to show you. I switched to the Slaughterhouse because I want to get some pink slime, okay? So let me just check to make sure that, yeah, there's still mana. I'm going to let that continue because we need 1 bucket of pink slime, and once we got our 1 bucket of pink slime, we'll be able to finish MFR. Probably not this episode. You know what? Not this episode because I'm not going to care. I'm just going to progress Draconic Evolution. So we also had some great progression with Second Chance, and I want to show you something quickly. So I made 25 of these wands. It was slow, long, and painful. And you'll notice there's no more Balanced Shard here because I only have 54 left. I want to show you something, okay? Oh, right here. Oh, wrong one. Right here, I only have 34 left. If I come and look at this, I have 64 and 35. So here's what's going on. I'm going to put 1 here. I'm going to start this, and I'm going to move away because this thing is too noisy and I don't want to have to go through the noise. And while it's doing this, we're going to go clean up some stuff and come back here. I'm going to get rid... Oh! I'm going to get rid of wolf pelt. So if you notice, my porter spotter now has the iron golem in it. That's because you cannot break a spawner that has been put down or you'll lose the mob in it. I have this here. So the reason I have the blank imprinting crystal and the diabolus fork in my inventory is that, you know, sometimes I get the warp effect and I have eldritch mob coming after me. I want to kill them with a crystal on me because I want to try and see if I can make a forbidden knowledge spawner with it. What's the other thing I wanted to say? So when we look at this book, technically, if I look at this, there's only forbidden knowledge, draconic, and MFR. These are the 3 quest line that are 100% finishable for sure. Then you have becoming a god and second chance. And the more I look at it, so let's be honest, let's look at becoming a god, okay? We need to make an infinity ingot. And I'm probably online with doing one, but I don't even know that it's possible. Because to make one, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 infinity crystal. And if I look at infinity crystal, let's not care about all of this. Well, first off, I have not figured out how to get Koboldite ingot yet. And I have not figured out how to get extremely primordial pearls. Everything else, doable, not really a problem. But let's look at the singularity, okay? So let's take the nether quartz, copper. Let's take the copper singularity, okay? That's a good example. To do a copper singularity, we're going to need 22,800 block, not ingot, block. I just want to make sure that you guys caught what I said. Not ingot, blocks. So 22,800 times 9 is 205,000. Okay? So if I come back here and I look at copper, I have 21,000 copper ore. Let's say that I multiply them by 7. Not even 9. 7. That's not even enough to make 1 singularity. And we've just proven that we need 9, I believe. If I come back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's like, that's not possible. Like, I would really like you to take 2 seconds and write a comment. Do you think I'm missing something? Do you think these things are doable or not? Because the way I see it right now, I really want to complete these 3 quest lines and maybe a little bit more of second chance if I can figure, like, I'd like to unlock the ichor to at least see if I can make the ichor, and I'd like to see if there's a solution for the dragon heart. But my understanding right now is that to get a dragon heart, I have to spawn a dragon and I have to kill him. So I would have to do this 100 times. And then for the green heart canister, oh, look at this. I would need to, so I'm guessing that every time we're going to kill a dragon and get a dragon heart, we're going to get a miniature green heart. So maybe also this is doable, but look at the amount of emeralds. And if we look at emeralds, this is what we have, 202 right now. So there are possibilities, and I'm going to continue having a little bit of fun with this mod pack, but I think we're quickly coming to a point where we're going to have to start another mod pack. Maybe continue this one in the background a little bit, but I'm not sure. But for the time being, I'll have as much fun as possible with what we have. So today, we're going to open up something really cool. Like, we're going to move forward in Draconic Evolution. And to be honest, Draconic Evolution is a fun mod. It's one of those mods that honestly, if we were in a different mod pack with more progression, like with more power options and stuff like that, this would be really cool. We'll go as far as we can in it, but we're going to be limited by the imbalance in this mod pack. So let's just get to it. Let's get started doing a couple of things in here. Before we even start, okay, so this is, let's go see what I was talking. Let's grab 2 chests. Chest 1, 2, like this. Let's go right here. The reason I want 2 chests is I'm going to need to empty those because I'm going to need the infusion after. So if I come back here, hey, we got a new rod. But let's remove this and let's remove that. And let's come here and look. Oh, we're down to 27. So just if you understand, we had 36, okay? So I took 1 here, then 36 to 35, to 34, to 33, to 32, to 31, to 30, to 29. But all of these are full. So we have not used a single entropy shard in all of our crafting. We also have not used a single order shard. It's like, I do hope you are seeing the problem and how ridiculous it is. Like, to be honest, it doesn't matter. When I say it doesn't matter, you're going to say why. Like, if all of these different things were super extra expensive, okay? If they were super extra expensive and they were really hard to craft and get each of them, then I would be on board saying, oof, that doesn't make sense. But I just showed you how easy it was to get 1,000 of each. It's not a problem. So the fact that it's always using the same one, I don't want to use the Balanced Shard. And the simple reason why I do not want to use the Balanced Shard is that the Balanced Shard are actually hard to make. And I did make the 100. I don't mind using 100 of the Balanced Shard. But for the other one, like if it uses 300 of one type over the other, you couldn't get me to care. Like, it really doesn't matter. And I'm not going to be make any problem about it. So when I reset this, I'm going to put 1 of each around. And I'm going to go order shard, click, order shard, click, order shard, click, and so on. So that now brings me to why I emptied the infusion. We're going to be doing Draconic Evolution today. So we're going to need Draconium. And if you remember, they were talking about how we need to use a pickaxe with enchantment. So if I look at this pickaxe, if you right click, you change mode. So it has 3 levels of enchantment. So this one has Silk Touch, But if I switch to this one, there's no enchantment. So we're going to add enchantment on it. What I want is the enchantment for getting fortune. I think it's called fortune. So if I go to infusion enchantment and I click, I get to fortune. I can add fortune by having doing infusion enchantment. So I'm going to need 3 iron pickaxe, 3 Salus Mundus, and 3 diamonds. So let's go right here and say Diamondus. I'm going to need 3 of you. 1, 2, 3. Salus Mundus. I think I made more the last time. Yeah, oof, not a lot more, but I do have some. So Salus Mundus. And now we need some iron pickaxe. So we're going to have to go downstairs. Crafting room. Yeah, perfect. And right here. Like so. So I'm going to grab 3 of those. I'm just going to wait for it. And oh, you know what? While we're... Oh, I need to stay here. I wanted to go show you something, but I do need to pick it up. So what I was going to show you, I don't know if you've noticed in my video, but things are getting laggier and laggier and laggier. And that is really a mistake on my part. I screwed up. You want to know? See, I couldn't even fly because of the lag. Oh, finally I got it. Look at this. This is hundreds, 1,000, 2,000 blocks of flowing liquid. I didn't think about that. I don't know why, but I was just too pressed and too much of in a hurry, and I'm causing this lag. And the reason I'm causing this lag is that this is like in proximity to my base, and it has to calculate all of these flowing block because it has to render them. See, I'm looking this far. It's rendering all of the flowing block up to there. If instead I went to a really far place and I put the loading there with a chunk loader, there's a little bit of magic behind chunk loader. Basically, what would happen is that it would not be a problem because it would calculate the block, but it wouldn't have to render them. So it would be far away. So in the time lapse, what I'm probably going to do, like take a look at this. Again, here, it's thousands of blocks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take sand block. It's going to be a very boring time lapse, but I'm going to take sand block and I'm going to build a wall going this way and diagonally this way and close to this point. And then I'm going to take the setup back there and move it here so that I empty this whole place. Once by the time that this whole place is emptied of blood, I will go back to the other side and I'll do the same thing in my time lapse. I'll just watch some YouTube video and I'll go and I'll build sand wall like this. Oh, and I'm out of flight. When I get my draconic armor, I'll have flight forever. So that's going to be much better than this fake flight that only works for a couple of seconds before it breaks again. So I'm going to make sure to wall all of this, and I'm going to get rid of flowing water. And once all the flowing water is completed, you know back there where the portal is, I'm going to move my blood setup there, and I'm just going to take care of it this way. So now I've been talking for what, 20 minutes? I've been talking for 15 minutes. Time to get some progression done. So I'm going to put this right here. Then I'm going to grab all of this. I'm going to put the diamonds right here. Salus Mundus on the side, diamond on this side, and then right here I'm going to put the pickaxe. And let's hit it up and get it started. Oh, I have to stay close. I'm not taking damage. The tick 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 is basically it taking the experience from me. So if you look, I went down to 13 level because the first level needed 5 level, I think. So I went down from 18 to 13. And in this case, because they're completely different items with completely different NBT, it's not a problem. So now if I take this, it has Fortune 1. Let's put it back. Click again. Stay next to it because now it's going to take 10 levels from me. Now that it's taken the level, I can move away. And I'm going to grab some bottle of enchanting. Because I need 10 level for the next thing. Oh no, not 10, 15. Oh, almost. Then we're going to use the enchant berry, these. Concentrated essence berry. Oh, already 15, so let's put them back in there. Oh, yes, let's throw them on the ground. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So now if I take this, it should be Fortune 2. Yes, perfect. Let's put it back. Do this again. And now it's going to grab 15 levels from me. Back away a little bit. I only backed up because of the noise. Honestly, this infusion altar is way noisier than it should be. Come on, get it done. I did the dumbest thing possible. I thought it was finished, but it wasn't. So now I need another pickaxe and another 15 levels because you cannot continue something that was taken out. Oh my god. That was a big derp. I hope you did have fun with that derp because that was a very, very expensive derp. Although I say that, but it's not like it entirely matters. Like, look at this. It's going to be back to 15. Et voila. So now all we did was waste a couple of minutes. Oh my god. Okay, so let's just do this, okay? If I put one down right here and I use this atomic dissembler. Broken. Hey, we got one draconium dust. This is amazing. No, it's not. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the Tower of Draconium Ore. And then we're going to fall to our death. No. And this time, oh, it never took the level from me. Oh, I'm so slow tonight. Wow. Now that it's taken the level, now I can back away. And now it's going to do this, and I'm going to let it continue. So when we break it, we get just one. Now, I didn't take the time of testing the level 1 and the level 2 and the level 3, but you do get the point. The highest the fortune level, the better it is. So now we're going to wait for this to finish, and we're going to go atop the pyre, and we're going to make one at least. Break one to show you what I get instead. Diamond is gone. Salus Mundus is gone. It's finished. Is it? Let's wait more. Is it finished? Yes, it's finished. Perfect. So now, oh man, the lag is killing me. So let's go up here. And I have one. And this is now has Fortune 3. Let's break it. That gave me 5. That gave me 8. That gave me 5. That gave me 6. That gave me 9? Like, this is why you need fortune. Like, this is an enormous difference. Because without fortune, I had 24 draconium ore block. I would have gotten 24 draconium ore dust. Instead, because of fortune, this 24 became, well, I'm talking too fast. That pickaxe would also benefit from having efficiency on it. But let me grab the last one. Oh, let me grab the last one. Oh, no, okay, that was the last one. Instead, I got, so let's just do it like this for 1 second, okay? So if I go like this, let's say that I add exactly 24, okay? So this is interesting because if I add exactly 24, whoa, split, and I go 24, 24. Well, I find this interesting. This might not be interesting to you guys, but I'm like a math guy. So this 24 Draconium ore block basically gave me an average of 6.2, 6.1 or 6.2 each. No, 6.1 because I've got 6. So it gave me 6.1 each. This is really good because that's going to make a big difference in being able to move forward with Draconium. Draconic Evolution. So let's go down here. Let's put all of that in the Elite Smelting Factory. It's all going to get imported in my system. So let's go back upstairs. And finally, 20 something minute in, we're finally into crafting. So first, let's do the mob grinder. We'll bow before this killing machine. It's basically the same as a grinder, but seems to have more power. It may do what the grinder fails at. So we're going to come here and we're going to say mob grinder. Mob grinder. So we're going to craft this. We're going to need a draconic core. Oh, darn it. We're going to need some diamond swords too. So grab a diamond sword here and one here. Sorry. And we're going to come in here. And I'm just going to wait for this to refill. And boom, voila. Let's just check while we're here and waiting anyway. Oh, can turn that off. Nope. That's not what I wanted. I want to see the status of my blood network. 62 million. Nice. So it's not finished, but it's at 62 million, which is really good. So you know what? Because this is taking so long, I'm also going to go put one in there. And instead of continuing with that quest, while we're waiting, we're going to make a wyvern core. There's more core, even energy core and an Andy capacitor. So it wants us to make a wyvern core. Oh my god. Wyvern. So let's make one of these babies. Energy core. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Oh no. I'm pretty sure we're going to need to make a capacitor. So we're going to need a wyvern core ear. And we're going to need 4 of these. And we're going to need 4 draconic core. And these are made with 4 draconic core. So let's just make 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I know. You want to kill me. Just die. Don't know where that came from, but okay, whatever. So now let's make 1 wyvern core. I'm not going to make the other one right now. Next level, we need to make a wyvern energy core. So wyvern energy core like this. Perfect. Oh, I probably need it on me to be able to detect it for the quest. So let's come here. Perfect. Then it wants us to make a wyvern flux capacitor. So 1, 2, 3. Throw the 4th one in there. And now we should be able to make this capacitor. Okay, whew, it's one or the other. That was a weird quest. So OMG, this holds 80 million RF. Whew, okay. Wow. Let's continue this. My sword should be ready now. Yeah, the sword's ready. And I'm going to put that back in. And on the other side, is the sword ready also? Yeah, perfect. So we should be able to do the mob grinder now. So back to the mob grinder quest. Let's just do this. What am I missing? A furnace. Of all of the things to be missing, it's a furnace. Mob grinder, perfect. So let's come back here, and this quest is done. Next thing, a trap soul. I can place the spawner, then use the core on it to get better control over it. I should look into the tablet for detail. Okay, so that one, we just got a monster spawner pig. Now, this is really annoying. What should I do? Okay, so this is a quest that I'm not going to finish right now. I'm going to show you why. So let's make, do I have, yeah, I do have a draconic, oh, I still have a draconic core here. Let's make a wyvern core. Nope. I'm going to need some more of these first. So 1, 2, 3. So I can make one of those and I can grab the other core. So what I'm going to do is, let me check something first. Nope, not here. Nope. Nope. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to get back to this after because there's something else I need to do first. So let's grab the, right here, the next quest, which is wireless energy. There are pylons that are able to move around energy, even wireless. So advanced energy relay. So energy relay is the lowest level. So we're not going to go too crazy, and we're just going to make some energy relay. Energy relay like this. It's going to need one core, which means I'm going to have to craft another core because, oh, I want to keep one. And that should complete this quest. Which gives me an advanced wireless transceiver and an energy core. And the energy core are kind of expensive, so I'm really glad that it gave that to me, but that's going to be used to make a big battery. Now, next one is going to be in style. I already have the cubes to charge items up, but this one here has so much more style. So what they mean by we already have the cube to charge items up, let me go downstairs. And if I come here, I have these cubes and I can put things in it to charge them. But, so technically, let me grab this. I can take this wyvern flux capacitor and put it in there. But Draconic Evolution has its own because the mod has to work by itself. It's called an energy infuser, I think. And yeah, right here. So we're going to craft this little baby. So we're going to need, we're going to need 3 more of these. So 1, 2, 3, show it in there. We're also going to need an enchantment table. Oh, really? Books? Books is what I'm missing. I'm just going to make a couple and show them in there. And enchantment table. I don't think I've ever scanned an enchantment table. These are all scannable. I keep forgetting. Wow, that's good stuff. Okay, so good. Now let's throw that in there. And now do we have, oh, what's it missing? Oh, a particle. Oh, that needs another energy core. And now we can make a particle generator like this. Is that a quest? Yes, look at that huge orb. There are tiered energy orb I can make. I can store insane amount of energy. The tablet even has picture on how to build it. So, regardless of finishing this mod pack or not, we're going to make one of those energy orb because they're really cool. I want to build that at least because I don't know if the next pack I play will have Draconic Evolution, but I really, really want to build one. So we're going to do that for sure. And voila. So now that we have the energy infuser, it gave us a Sword of the Wyvern, which is super important. So I just put this down here so that it connects, but I want to show you, this is also a charger for these things. But I'm not going to charge this right now, I don't care. I'm going to charge the Sword of the Wyvern. I'm just going to charge this sword and let it go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. And it's going to charge to 1 million, and this sword is amazing. This is taking, oh, it's done, perfect. And the beauty of this is that it's going to pre-charge. So with the pre-charge, which is honestly amazing, so do you see how now it has almost 1 million energy? If I take this and I put it in there, it's just gonna go boom and transfer almost immediately into it. So it really accelerates things. Okay, so let's look at all of this. You know what? Let's just continue with the quest normally for now, and I'm going to explain in a moment what I need to do. So the next quest would be this for me, teleportation. And this, I should have gone to Draconic. The moment I had the tier 6 altar, I should have concentrated on Draconic because this is amazing. I just forgot that it existed. Yes, I do forget stuff. These small balls can teleport me around. That's quite handy. Wants us to make a charm of dislocation. So let's make a charm of dislocation. Like so. Oh, I'm not going to make one. I'm going to make no, I'm going to make 2. So charm of dislocation, 1 and 2. Which is why I didn't cook all the draconium ore. This gives me a 3rd one. Okay. Then, next quest is, I'm going to do this one. Better handling. I can put them on pedestal to easier sort and use them. So I'm going to craft a dislocator pedestal. Dislocator pedestal. So oops, let me make 2 of these. No, just 1. I only need 1. So like this, and let's make 1. What? Perfect. Let's make 1. That's going to complete the quest. Yeah. I'm going to put 1 down right here. Okay? Then I'm going to take 1 of these charm of dislocation, and I'm going to, this is where I want to be. Okay? I'm going to right click, shift right click. Now teleport is set to here. What that means is if I come here and I do this, boom, I'm back here. But more importantly, let's go to the Nether. I'm in the Nether. I'm going to take a charm. I'm going to put a pedestal here, and I'm going to shift right click this one. So this one is bound to the Nether. I'm going to take the charm of dislocation for the homeworld and put it here. Now, if I right click this pedestal, boom, instantly back home. And if I put this one right here and I click, boom, instantly in the Nether. So now I have a way in and back that easy. Now, I have a 3rd one, and you might wonder why. Well, don't wonder anymore. I'm going to right click this one, and I'm going to make the enhanced charm of dislocation. And I'm going to go and complete this quest. More charms, less thing I can carry around. There's a way to easier carry all of those charms around. So these charms are unique based location, and they shift right click, and they take damage over time. 19 use remaining. So if I put this back here, it only has 19 use remaining. So now that I'm here, you know what? Let's go back home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift right click this, and this will let me put up to 100 address. So I'm going to say add new, and I'm going to call this home. Home. Commit. Perfect. Okay. By the way, the reward, if I come back here and I claim the reward, it gives me 16 ender pearl. Because ender pearls are the fuel. So do you see how fuel is 0? I'm going to add fuel. This is using ender pearls. And I'm going to basically put 64 fuel in it. Every teleport costs 1 fuel. Okay, so I ended up creating 2 homes. So I'm going to remove that one. So this says home. I'm going to right click this. And I'm going to come right here. Shift right click. Add new. You know what? I don't want my nether point to be here. I want my nether point to be here. So add new, nether, and commit. And now, right click, I'm back home. Do you see that when I have it in my hand, look to the bottom right, it says home and fuel 63. If I hold shift and I scroll, it says nether. So nether, fuel 62, shift, scroll up, home, back to home. And then if I come, okay, I wasn't expecting all of these mobs, so let's just kill them. So if I come right here and I shift right click, add new, mob farm, commit. If I go back there, basically I often need to come here. Stupid, I didn't shift right click. So I often need to come here. When I come here, this is going to be add new, infusion altar, commit. So now I need to go to the mob farm. Boom, I'm there. I need to go to the infusion altar. Boom, I'm there. I need to go home. Boom, I'm there. So this is going to be on me all the time now. And I'm just going to need to make sure that I keep it charged because it's so good. Like when I was saying that I should have rushed this, the moment I got the tier 6 altar, instead of dealing with these teleposer thing, I should have just done that. And technically, you know, sometimes I just come, you know what, let's put one. Sometimes I come in here and just like, what's going on with my mob farm? Why is it not making any mob? Well, what I'm going to do right now, oh my god, I'm stuck. So what I'm going to do right now is set myself a point right here, shift right click, and I'm going to say add new in the mob farm. So now, whenever I need to come in here, and I'll show it, home, in the mob farm, home, yeah, that's how amazing this is. So that's another quest done, and if we go back, okay, so now I'm going to make one last thing, well, one last thing, not one last thing, another thing. Ingots to block. I should create some blocks out of the ingots. They seem to have something special about them. So I need some draconium blocks. So draconium ore, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to make 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. I think the quest only needs 2 and gives you a 4th one. So that's done. And it unlocked the other one that's charged. I cannot believe it, but those blocks can be charged with energy. So if I come back here, and I take 1, I can put it in there, and it needs, I don't know if it's 10 million, like 1 second, it's 100 million RF. So this is going to drain my system. But the next quest is to make 3 of those. And that's why I wanted to get that done ASAP, because I'm going to need to charge those during time lapses because it's going to take a while. And I'm only going to charge 3 because that's going to give me a 4th one, and you'll see what I use them for. But now if you look at this, the only thing we have left is this, the stabilized mob spawner, okay? And then we need to complete this resurrection. And these kind of go hand in hand, so I'll explain them together. Then we need to make this armor. So this armor is the first level of Wyvern armor. It's called Wyvern Elm, Wyvern this, Wyvern that. So basically it's better protection. This helmet seems to give some resistance. So once I craft the Wyvern Elm, it's going to give me a Wyvern Corn. But if you look at the Wyvern Elm, if I press R, you need a Wyvern Energy Core and a Wyvern Corn. Wyvern Core. So I'm going to make one Wyvern Core, and it's going to be used by my Wyvern Elm, which is going to give me one, that I'm then going to use to make the Wyvern Chestplate. That is going to cost me one, but is going to give me one, and so on with the Wyvern Legging, and then with the Wyvern Boots. But each of these needs also a Wyvern Energy Core, 6 Draconium Ore, and a pair of boots. And the pair of boots, diamond, or the pants, or whatever, chestplate, they're all made from iron, which are all made with a metal caster, and I don't have those. So that's going to be a time lapse. Basically, in my future time lapse, I'm going to prepare all the material to make these 4. So that when we go to Draconic Evolution again, I'm going to just boom, 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 craft those 4, and then craft the Resurrection Stone, and then we're going to make this second Dragon Heart. That's going to be the next evolution. By that time, this quest will also be finished. So we're going to be finished with this whole section here, and we'll only have this one left. And that's going to be not a piece of cake. That's not going to be easy, but this second armor is better than the armor that I have now, because this second armor not only can be enchanted, but will give me flight. When you have the whole set, you just have flight, high jumping, and not flight right here where I'm flying and you can see the little white feather disappearing slowly. It's going to be flight, like for as long as I have power in the armor. So like I was saying, the next step, so this is pending time lapses, Resurrection Stone. So I wonder if it will help me get out of this. I can think of anything else since I saw this in the tablet. I already have those soul from killing foul creatures with my shiny Wyvern Sword. Well, I don't have any. And if I go look at Wyvern Resurrection Stone, I'm going to need 4 Wyvern Core, a whole Draconian block, and any 4 mob souls. The only way to get mob souls is to kill them with either a Wyvern Sword or its upgraded version, the Draconic Sword. Okay? So I'm going to need to do that. Let me grab the monster spawner right now. And you know what? Let's go all hog. I want to show you something that I personally find amazing. So let's show that. Oh, I need my Draconium block. Derp. Draconium. So let me grab my 2 Draconium block, and these I'm going to throw back in there. So I want to get okay, so I want so many of these Wyvern Core. I don't know that it's possible. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's, wow, that's all I can make. 6. Well, I could make more, but then I also need to make the other level. So how many of those I can make? 1. Okay, I need to at least make, can I make 3 more of these? 1. Oh, I have 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm going to cook all of this. Okay, let me go downstairs 1 second. Let's cook this. Right now, I'm juggling like Draconium ore because I don't have that much. So let's put that all in there. And that stuff I'm going to make in the time lapse anyway. So let me go back upstairs, and if I come back here, I'm just trying to gimmick the thing to the maximum. So I got 4 right now. So you know what? Let's just do the next step. So 2. So let me move the 4. So that's going to be, nope. 1, 2. 1, 2. and 1, and I would like to make 4 more of those. I don't know if I can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking good. And I can make 1 more of those. Ah, amazing. How many more of those can I make? None. Okay. So, 2 things I could do. So first off, this weapon has a 3x3 AoE, and it does 20 damage. If I put it in here, I can go for more RF, more attack AoE, or more attack damage, okay? So I'm gonna go and put all of these in. Now, if I look, oh, it says here, I have 50 attack damage. Or I can put 3 small and have 35. Or I could do 2 small, 1 small and 2 big. Right now, I'm not gonna put any. And the reason I'm not gonna put any is that I wanna work on the spawners instead. So I'm gonna grab this, and we're going to come down here in the mob farm. Perfect. So let's break this and get into the mob farm. And then I want to remove this. Remove the life imbuer. Perfect. And we're going to take the piggy one and put it right here. So these mob spawner. With Draconic Evolution, you can right click a Draconic core on it, and it becomes a stabilized mob spawner. So I'm going to stabilize this one, and this one. And then if you... Please leave me alone while I'm trying to explain what's going on here. Okay. Give me 1 second. Lever. Turn this one off. Perfect. Let me kill these things. Wow! OMG! Did you see the Achievement Reaper pop up? This is unbelievable. I've never would have thought that would happen. Okay. Let me take a break. Let me just calm down and come back to what I was trying to explain. These 3 mob spawners are now stabilized mob spawner. This one's for pigs. This one, you know what? I can let the pig one continue. This one's for blaze, and this one's for skeleton. And when you shift right click on them, do you see at the bottom left it says requires players, nether star. Ignore spawn requirement, notch apple. Tier 2, Wyvern core. Tier 3, awaken core. So now, it's on. Okay, so now this is also a spawner that's controlled by a lever. So now, if I right click, not shift right click, it says mob type pig, requires player true, ignore spawn requirement false, spawn tier 1. Okay? I'm going to now put a Wyvern core in all of these 3. And if I right click this one, now it says spawner tier 2. Okay? And I'm going to go right here and grab some nether star. Do you remember the fact that the blaze spawner only worked because of the life imbuer? Well, by putting nether star in them now, requires player false. And the requires spawn requirement, ignore spawn requirement, basically it's like, let's say it was full light in here. Technically the skeleton wouldn't spawn. But right now, do this. Oh, let's turn all of these on. They're on tier 2 level spawning, and they're going to start. Oh, you know what? Let's just no. I'm not done with my explanation. So let's turn these back off. Okay. So what I was trying to say is that now is going to spawn a lot of mob. The problem is, if I break any one of these spawners, I lose the mob that's in them. I'm going to get a stabilized mob spawner without a mob. And to reset the spawner, you need one of these things, a mob soul. And the only way to get a mob soul is to use a sword of the wyvern. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to turn these 3 mob on. mob spawner on, and I'm going to come here, and we're just going to look at, okay, already 2 skeleton, 3 more blaze, boom, 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 and just look at that. It's just, these spawners are epic, and we're not even at the 3rd level. If I had an awakened core, mobs would just be falling over themselves coming in here. But like I said, I got really lucky with the first spawn, because right now, with everything that I've killed, I've not gotten a single mob. Well, sorry, a single mob soul. The spawning requirement for mob soul is so low. So one of the things that we're going to do for sure is the same way that we put fortune on the pickaxe, we're going to put looting 3 on the sword for sure. And we're also going to upgrade the sword once we have more draconium, because honestly it is a requirement. So now, you know what, I'm going to do one thing, because I have a blaze mob soul. I'm going to, let's just fly, I'm going to break the blaze one right here. Oh, I have to make sure that I don't break the wrong one. So I'm going to break this one right here to get the spawner. And then we're going to get out of here, because I want to be able to finish the episode with calm and quietness. So basically, it did give us back the Wyvern core, and it did give us back the Nether Star, and it gave us a stabilized mob spawner. So the reason I did this is I wanted to complete this quest. So now it's completed. And I have a Wyvern core, which means I have the core back to make this back again. And I have the core for starting these weapons. But if I take this and I put it back down here, it doesn't have a mob anymore. The mob soul dies when you pick it up. So if I had not gotten, the reason I was comfortable doing this is 2 reasons. One, I have another blaze spawner in the nether, and I have a mob soul. So I can just right click. So let's just do it. Let's say that I pick that back up and I come back in here. I don't know why none of the pigs spawn though. That's going to be annoying, because I want to get a pig soul. So if I put this down here, then I can go put this back in it, which is make it a blaze spawner. Put this, and put the lever on it. And on. Perfect. And now the spawner is restarted. Now in my test world, I replaced the Slaughterhouse with the mob grinder from Draconic Evolution. And the mob grinder from Draconic Evolution, I let it run for like 3 hours. Didn't get a single mob soul. So the only way to get mob soul is manual killing. There's absolutely no other way about it. So before I ever move these mob spawners, I need to make sure that I get 1 mob soul. Like, I'm not going to move the spawner without at least getting 1 mob soul of the type of each of those spawners. So the pig one, I don't know why it's not spawning. You know, probably because it's dark. You know what? Let's grab a notch apple. I never remember which one's the notch apple. So let's just come here and say golden apple. So I don't know if this is the notch apple or if that one's the notch apple. So what I'm thinking is that maybe the reason there's no pig spawning is that it's in the dark and it won't work in the dark. I hope that it's not because it's upstairs, like in the air. So let's use this one. Nope. This one? Yes, perfect. Oh, and now we're getting pigs. Perfect. So like I was saying, I'm going to, in my time lapse, I'm going to be working on just killing these mobs until I get, oh wow, so many pig! Wow, this is epic. Anyway, let's get out of there for now because I want to be able to finish the episode. But I'm going to, in my time lapse, stay in the mob farm and kill mobs until I have the... here's what I want. I want 4 mob soul to be able to make the resurrection stone in the other episode. But more than that, I want at least 2 of each mob soul. 2 pig mob soul, 2 blaze mob soul, and 2 skeleton mob soul. Because I want to make sure that once I start, like once I break the spawner or move them somewhere else, that I can reset them. And if you remember, one of the spawner that we got here is a pig zombie spawner. So that spawner I'm going to put in the nether, and I'm going to stay next to it and kill mob until I get at least 1 mob soul. And the reason I want at least 1 mob soul is that I'm then going to be able to put that spawner into a stabilized spawner, because then I'm going to be able to kill as many as I want. And this wyvern sword is like a one-shot kill, which is amazing. But then I'm going to set up a grinder, and I'm going to see if I get shards. Because if by killing them normally I get shards, that might be the solution to the 1,000 of each shard. But for that spawner is going to need to be epic and spawn a ton of mob. Whew. Well, like I said, I'm excited and I'm having a lot of fun. This is great progression to me. So in the next episode, we're probably going to finish MFR. And once we finish MFR, either I'm going to play a little bit with altars. Like, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but probably I'm going to continue with Forbidden Knowledge, because we should be able to do a big part of this. Or, you know what? I think next episode is going to be like, just like a little bit of everything episode. In the sense that I'm going to finish MFR, but this Eldritch Orb, like, it's considered completed, but it's only considered completed because we got one as a reward. But when I press R, it doesn't tell me, because it's an Eldritch Orb. And if I come in here and I go to the Eldritch tab, I haven't unlocked that yet. But I haven't made any Void Metal yet. I haven't made any Void Seed yet. I haven't made any Void Thaumaturge Robe. So what I'm thinking is that next episode, I'm going to make a little bit of this Void stuff. I'm going to make a Staff Core of the Primal. Oh, wow, this is complicated. Okay, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make that. But, so the idea, at least a 1 focused Primal. I'm going to make a couple of these things just to see if I unlock more. I don't think that they're locked behind hidden knowledge. I think they're locked behind actually moving forward with those quests. So that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing. And I'm tired of the lag. So the other things I'm also going to do is I'm going to start dropping, like, I'm you know what? I'm looking at this here. I'm probably going to go this. I'm going to go sand, like a whole sand wall up to the top part here. Right here. Well, first I'm going to do it on the other side. Then I'm going to move this, because if I start putting a sand wall, this will probably empty it. Huh? Oh, is this broken? Okay, so I'm at the point where I need to move this. So yeah, in my time lapse, the first thing I'm going to do is it's going to be a boring time lapse, guys. I really recommend you skip it. I'm just going to put a sand wall to close in this small section right here. And run out of flight. I can't wait to get the better armor. But anyway, I'm going to like just close that part off, and I'm going to move the upload to this side. And also, okay, one of the things that I'm going to do in the time lapse also is I'm going to make a big blood tank. I'm tired of having this weird kind of setup. I'm just going to make an enormous blood tank in this corner around here. I'm going to craft a dynamic tank. Like, let's just do that right now. I just want to show you quickly. If I come here and I go dynamic tank, this, nope, right here, dynamic tank. I'm going to make this encoded pattern, and I'm going to throw it in here, and then I'm going to go right here and dynamic tank. I don't know how many I want, but can I make 200? Yes, perfect. So I'm going to make a big tank because I'm going to fill it with blood like crazy. I'm going to put at least 3 or 4 input, and I'm just going to make sure that I have one great pump filling this thing like crazy so that we no longer have like a blood containment problem. Because basically, so here's what I want to try and resolve. I hate this setup. I hate the fact that first I need to have all these blood dynamos to power it, and then I need to have all these ultimate fluid tank as buffer. Each of these one is only 112 millibucket. If I make a really big dynamic tank, what I'm hoping is that I'm going to end up with enough space for maybe 1 million bucket or 500,000 bucket of blood. And then I'm going to be able to make sure that these pump are pumping in 1 or 2 ender tank max. And then I'm going to have the big tank have multiple entry port so that I can push blood like crazy into it and export as much as I need. So that's what I'm going to have to work on. And then in the next episode, we're just going to do a little bit of eldritch, like a little bit of eldritch crafting, a little bit of everything, just to move some of the steps forward. And the next episode, well, we're going to finish MFR2. Then the next episode is going to be Forbidden Knowledge. And the episode after that is going to be back to Draconic, where we're going to do our first Draconic dragon fight. And we're going to get some dragon art, and we're going to get to this point because that's going to be really fun. Right now, I'm telling you guys, I have not found a way of automating getting dragon arts. And there's no way that I'm going to manually on camera fight 100 dragon to get 100 dragon art. So unless I find a solution, that's not going to happen. But for sure, we're still going to try to get a little bit of progression here. Guys, it's, as always, a long episode, and I have a time-lapse to tack to it to be able to fix my blood situation. So I'm just going to drop it here and go into my time-lapse and see you in the next episode. Guys, thanks for watching, and again, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!